Welcome to A.C.E Fireteam. This is a turn-based small unit combat game where the player takes command of a team of armored combat exoskeletons or ACEs. This is a brief walkthrough of how to play the game. To begin, decide on the game mode being played and set up the game map. The recommended gameplay area is 4 feet by 4 feet or larger. Each player will then choose their units and equipment. A standard game will allow each player 100 points to spend. For this example, player A has chosen a Gladius 1. And armed it with two A.C.E gun arms for a total of 25 points. Their second unit is a Rotor Mark I with 2 arms, as well as a G96 rifle, a trench club, and a combat shield for a total of 36 points. The final unit for player A is AKV-1 Sadko. This unit has 2 arms, AKS-120 shotgun, AK-25 hammer, and a combat shield for a total of 37 points. Player B has chosen a Gladius 1 as well, but has configured their ACE with 2 arms, an MC-51 rifle, an ARL-4 rocket launcher, and an MC-1 knife. For their second unit they have selected a Marine A2, with 2 arms, an M76 rifle, an M17 rocket launcher, and the Mark VI knife. The final unit for player B is a Rapier 4, with 2 arms, 2 T-76 machine guns, and an SL-1 smoke launcher. After units are selected, the initiative scores are determined for each unit. Roll 1d6 and add the react bonus for the unit to the roll to determine the initiative score for the remainder of the turn. Write this number in the box on your unit's card. If 2 or more units have the same initiative score on a turn, the unit with the higher react bonus will go first. If there is still a tie, each player rolls 1d6 and the higher roll goes first. You can note this by putting a plus sign next to the faster unit's initiative number. Each unit is placed along the board edge in order of initiative score highest first. This will conclude the setup phase and begin turn 1. The units will keep this initiative score for the remainder of turn 1. Each turn will consist of 6 phases. Every phase a unit will perform an action in order of initiative. Player B's Rapier has the highest initiative, so they will go first. For phase 1 of turn 1, the first action will always be a move action. Mark off the phase 1 box on the unit card and 1 movement box. All units move in 4-inch increments. Place 1 4-inch measuring stick touching the edge of the map where the unit is located and move the unit so the foot is touching the end of the stick. This will conclude this unit's phase 1 action. The next highest initiative unit moves next until all units are on the board. This concludes phase 1. Phase 2 will begin at the top of the initiative order again with player B's Rapier acting first. This unit has guns in both hands as well as a torso-mounted smoke launcher. The smoke launcher has 2 uses available noted by the boxes next to it on the card. The unit may fire at any unit in line of sight in its forward-facing arc. Line of sight is always measured from the center of the unit's head and must be in the front arc of the unit. The front arc is a line passing through both shoulder joints of the unit. This unit cannot effectively fire this phase and will instead move. Mark off the corresponding boxes on the unit card. Next, player A's Gladius will go. This unit has partial line of sight on the opponent's Gladius. But at this range and with the penalty for partial cover, player A will elect to move instead. Player B's Gladius will move next, followed by player A's Rotor. Then player A's Sadko will move also. Finally, player B's Marine will move forward. This concludes phase 2. Phase 3 begins with player B moving the Rapier a 3rd time. Player A's Gladius now has a clearer line of fire and will attack player B's Gladius. The attacking unit has 2 AAC-3 gun arms equipped. Player A will measure the distance from the head of his Gladius to the defending unit. The measurement is made in 4-inch increments. In this case, the attack is at a range of 9. In addition, the defending unit is partially obscured by cover. On the unit's card, look for the accuracy modifier for the selected weapon at range 9. This attack will be at a -3. The partial cover for the defending unit modifies this to a -4. To attack, roll 4 dice. 2 white dice for accuracy, 1 red die for damage location, and 1 black die for damage. Player A rolled a 10. -4. This roll is modified to a 6. The defending unit's armor is 5, so this roll is a hit. The red die indicates the location of the damage. In this case it is a 3, so the damage is applied to the right leg. The black die indicates the damage. Player A rolled a 5. Check for any damage modifiers on the weapon used. In this case there is no damage bonus, so it is still 5. The cover concealing the defending unit is hard cover. So the attack will be -1 damage for partial hard cover. The modified damage will be 4. On the defending unit's card, cross off 4 boxes on the right leg. Always fill the light boxes first before filling in the red boxes. This unit has at least 1 red box filled, so this unit's right leg is now damaged. This unit will have 1 less movement point available per turn. Once the damage has been resolved, player A will mark off phase 3 on the unit's card, as well as 1 weapon box on the location used. In this case the right arm cannon was fired, so player A marks off box 2. The next in the initiative order is player B's Gladius, who will return fire. This unit has clear line of sight on the defending unit. Player B's Gladius has an MC-51-1 rifle equipped in its right hand. This unit has an MC-1 knife also, but it is currently stowed, so the unit has its left hand free. Firing a weapon two-handed adds a +1 bonus to the attack roll. The unit is still at a range of 9. So the accuracy roll will be -3, now modified to a -2. For firing two-handed, player B rolls 4 dice. The accuracy roll is 7, the location is 1, and the damage is 5. The targeted unit's armor is 5 and the modified accuracy is also 5, so this attack is a hit. The MC-51 rifle has a +1 damage modifier, so the total damage dealt is 6. The damage location is the head of the unit. The head on the Gladius can only take 3 damage, so it is destroyed. The remaining point of damage are always applied to the torso location of the unit. A destroyed head means this unit will now have a -2 to react and -2 accuracy to all ranged attacks. This concludes the attack action, so the attacking unit will cross off its phase 3 action and a weapon box for the location used. The next in the initiative order is player A's Rotor, who will move, followed by player A's Sadko, who will also move. To end phase 3, player B's Marine will move forward. Phase 4 begins with player B's Rapier. This unit will fire its smoke launcher to create cover. Player B rolls 1 die, which results in a 4. The smoke cloud will last for 4 phases. Player B places a smoke cloud adjacent to the unit and marks off phase 4 the location and 1 use on the unit's card. Player A's Gladius will go next. This unit will move to break line of sight with the opponent's Gladius. Player B's Gladius will now move. Player A's Rotor chooses to climb on top of the adjacent building for better line of sight. The unit still moves 4 inches but will cross out 2 movement boxes this phase. Player A's Sadko will move to close distance with its equipped shotgun. Player B's Marine will fire at the Sadko. It fires the M17 launcher at a range of 7. Player B rolls 4 dice. The results are accuracy 8, location 6, and damage 2. At range 7 this is a hit. The M17 launcher has a +2 damage bonus, so the total will be 4 damage to the torso. This weapon also deals splash damage equal to the damage bonus to a second location. Player B rolls a second damage location. This roll is a 4, so 2 damage is applied to the left leg location as well. The Sadko has a combat shield equipped. The shield will take the first 3 points of damage. Only 1 point of torso damage occurs, but the shield is destroyed. The Sadko will still take the 2 points of leg damage as normal as the shield is gone. This concludes phase 4. Player B will move the Rapier forward and mark the counter for the smoke down by 1. Player A's Gladius will move forward as well. Player B's Gladius will move forward. Since it has a damaged leg, this is its final move available for the turn. Player A's Rotor has used all of its moves for the turn, so will remain in guard. It does not take any action at this time, but may fire at any point during this phase. Player A's Sadko will move forward. Player B's Marine will switch out weapons this phase to the M76 rifle. The player will mark off 1 weapon usage for the weapon switch. Phase 6 begins with player B's Rapier, who will fire on the Sadko in front of it. It is at a range of 4, and with the T-76 machine gun it will be at a -1. It will be at an additional -1 accuracy due to firing from inside a smoke cloud. Player B rolls a 9 for accuracy, a 5 for location, and a 3 for damage. This is a hit and there is no bonus damage, so the Sadko will take 3 damage on its left arm. Player B will also move the smoke counter down by 1. Player A's Gladius will move to complete its turn. Player B's Gladius will remain in place as it is out of moves, so it is considered to be in guard this phase. Player A's Rotor will fire on the Rapier with its G96 rifle. The Rapier has armor 5, but this is +2 for being in the smoke cloud. Player A rolls an 8 for accuracy at range 6, and with the smoke modifier this attack has missed. Following this, the Sadko will also attack the Rapier with the KS-120 shotgun. Player A rolls a 9 for accuracy, a 5 for location and a 5 for damage. This attack hits the target. This weapon has a +6 damage modifier. But shotgun weapons have damage drop-off of -1 per range band, so the total damage is 7. This destroys the left arm of the rapier. The secondary weapon in this hand is dropped, and the limb is no longer usable. The remaining 2 damage is applied to the torso. For the final action of the turn, the Marine will return fire on the Sadko. It is now holding the M76 rifle in its left hand. It is firing at a range of 6, so the attack is at a -1. Since this is its second attack of the turn, it will modify this to a -2. Player B rolls a 5 for accuracy, so this attack misses. This completes turn 1. Both players should erase the phase move and weapon actions on the unit's cards, as well as the initiative score. To begin the next turn, both players will roll new initiative scores for each unit. However, this will conclude our gameplay demonstration. Thank you for watching.